Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. Today we're going to be discussing the 3 different types of destiny. This is a question that was always presented to me back in the day when I used to do energetic readings on people. People would always ask me what was their purpose. That was question number 1. They would also ask if they had a soulmate. but most people asked about their purpose, destiny, why were they here on earth, if I could guide them or give them a hint. And when people were barely starting to the idea of having a purpose or a mission in life, they would be going into what I call fate. As you see on the screen, I have split these different types of purposes or destinies or ways that you can move through Earth in 3 different categories, right? At the bottom, we have a karma, or the static energy that's not moving, right? The matrix. The second portion would be fate. That would be kinetic energy when you're already moving, right? In Latin, this was called fatum or fortuna, which means fortune or that type of fate that is predestined, right? The type that is written in the stars, written in your astrology chart, with the virtues that you come from your previous reincarnations, your gifts, that is predestined, what is written for you, right? And the third type of destiny, this would be destiny, right? But this would be called in Latin fata or fari, which also translates to speech, but it's an enchantment type of speech, like a conjure or a declaration, or the type of speech that creates movement. This is the type of destiny which is not predestined and nobody has written. This is the one that we write for ourselves. This is the quote-unquote chosen ones, or when the universe now looks at you to see what you are going to create. These types of people, the one on the top, you cannot read their future for them. You cannot, they're outside of even the realm of imagination. Everything that they created by a force beyond this realm, right? That chi or that prana or their free will crystallized in their desire to see what else is out there for them, right? So these people, you cannot read their future for them. They leave the astrology charts. They leave everything that was predestined, and then they are creating their own destiny. But what is predestined would be the middle one, right? Fate, fortuna. And then those who aren't even activated in the game, they fall on the category of karma or matrix, right? So I'm gonna do a little bit of an explanation for the 3 of them. We're gonna start with the bottom one, which is karma. These are the people who are stuck in the matrix, right? Karma would mean that they are stuck in the wheel of reincarnation, that they cannot graduate from Earth school, and they're just repeating patterns. These people are the easiest to read when you're doing an energy reading or an astrology reading or whatever, because they fall into the shadow category. And you can always read what's going to happen, because you can just ask them about their ex. If they have a certain type, they'll just manifest that again. You can ask them about their job. If they're working in an office space they don't like, they're just going to manifest that again. You can ask them about their life, and it's just a continuation of the same. It's they're stuck on a loop, right? These people don't have a mission in life. They don't have a fulfilled job. They don't have a fulfilled partnership. They married out of lack or out of fear or out of loneliness, and they're stuck with these couple. Yeah, there are these types of couples that aren't magnetic. They aren't really happy. All of that, right? When people wake up, right, to the idea that maybe I don't have to be in a 9-to-5 job. Maybe I can be an artist, or maybe I can, I have these gifts that were giving me through birth. Maybe I can explore that, right? They start to fall into the category of fate, right? Fatum or fortuna, which means you are already working. You've left the realm of karma and you're working with what's given to you, your virtues, your right, your gifts, your universal gifts that were given to you by your birthright. We know that these gifts are like an accumulation of our past lives, right? Like no athlete comes to on this life with that amazing agility without being practiced in previous lives, or no artist can compose music or draw incredibly just in one lifetime, right? We know that that's like that is the process of dozens of past lifetimes working on a discipline, right? So that's what's predestined, that when you come on earth, you're gonna have talents that accumulate from your past lives. So you can have like a really good, you can have really good cooking skills, or you can be really good at math, or like at abstract concepts, or you can have an innate love for nature, or whatever. All of that is predestined. It's like in your code. It's like in your own being, right? Is what you have encoded in yourself, right? Remember, we're not in a simulation. It is, but it's like an organic type of simulation. Okay, it's more like a hologram, like a love hologram. But anyways, yeah, not that type of code. It's more like what we have done with our time, what we've studied and all that. So this is all fated. This is all predestined, that you come to earth and you already have a type of personality, right? You already are like the clever one, the funny one, the quiet one. That's all predestined because of your encoding from past lives. Also, this is the realm of astrology, right? So this is where you can get like a chart reading, and the astrologer will tell you like, oh, this is your sun, and you have Leo here, and you have the Capricorn here, and blah, 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 right? So all of that is what you're working with, what the stars are also writing in your story, right? So those things that are part of the code, and it's like the base. So when you're here, you do feel like your life is very fated. Like it is a type of destiny. Actually, in Spanish, I call it the inferior destiny, right? You can start working with your gifts. Like, let's say you're really good at cooking. You can leave your 9 to 5 and then open a restaurant, or open like a cooking business where you have clients, and you also get into nutrition, and then you make like a meal plan, and then whatever, right? So here would be all of that, would be you working with your talents and you working with the stars, and you have like a predestined destiny, right? This is a very beautiful state of being, because it's after a type of awakening that you can work with what you have, right? This is the self-love stage, because people who are in karma, they lack self-love, because going full force and working with your own virtues, that's self-love. That shows that you're like, you know what, I'm going to put all my cards on, or all my money on my cooking skills. That's self-love, right? And then telling the world you're going to do that, that's self-love, right? So these people are in like a healing stage. They're also in a creative stage. They're also in a destiny type stage. It's more like the fated, right? A lot of like kids come in this stage because they're also like marked by stars, a lot of earthly, worldly successes, right? But then there are those that break the mold. They break their own predictions. They break their own stars. Not even astrology can read them. And those are the ones that lie in the category of fata or fari, which is destiny. You know, the etymology of these words, they come from, I already said that, but it's like a type of speech or enchantment or enchanting. They also come from, in Arabic, they have like a link to all of these personalities that are called like the creator, the majestic, the conqueror, right? You can look into the etymology of these words, and you'll find some really interesting things. But anyways, so this is what would be the superior destiny, the big destiny. These people, you cannot read their future. They have become unpredictable. They, like, It doesn't matter how Mercury is working. It doesn't matter that they were born in whatever sign. None of that matters. They are writing new code. They are writing new experiences. They're writing a new path, right? They are the pioneers, the mold breakers. They can go and have like an energy reading, and then they can be, I have the idea for this company. What do you think? And you would literally not get an answer. You would be like, this is a new timeline that you're writing, and what would happen? Whatever you want it to happen. It's something like that, right? These are the ones that are practicing like high magic. They're changing timelines. They're master manifestors, right? A bunch of the ones that are living in fate, they're making that jump. They're making that jump into destiny, right? I have this very pretty beautiful philosophy that I share with you on this and the other channel about the chosen ones, right? I have this idea that the chosen ones are the ones who choose themselves. When the universe has like little holes of opportunity, right? Where the universe needs, like, we need a new education system, or we need a new electricity system, right? Renewable energy, whatever. The chosen ones are the ones that raise the hand and say, can I do it? And then they just do it. And then the universe looks back at them, and it's like the universe kind of winks at them and tells them, it was always you. You think you chose yourself, but you were always the chosen one. But it's a paradox. You won't be the chosen one until you choose yourself, right? So when you're on the road, when you're choosing yourself, you'll feel like it doesn't matter if you go with a numerology lady or if you go with like the astrologer. None of them can read your future. None of them can tell you what's going to happen next. What is this? What is that? Because now you have the pen. Now you have the pen. Now you have the word, the enchantments. You're the conjurer now. You are the master. You are the creator. You are out of the realm of possibilities. Everything is open for you. These are the people who are creating destiny, not even living their destiny. They are creating it. And even the whole universe then looks down at them, and the universe, it's like amazed. It's like, look at that one go. He broke the mold. He's running outside of the field. He's, just doing whatever his heart desires. Like, that's amazement by the universe to you. And then there's like a momentum going on here, like velocity starts activating, right? So if in karma stage we are static, and then in the fate stage we are like kinetic, we're moving, right? In destiny stage we are momentum and velocity. We are grabbing gravity, right? We are accelerating. We're not just moving, statically and having movement. Now you're adding movement. Velocity, it's like, you can go look it up, but it's like in a graph, it just looks like it's like on a continuum, acceleration, right? Until you feel like a same force coming from the other side and stopping you, right? But, I don't know, maybe that can be like a video for another lesson. But the thing is, when you're already on this stage and you can feel that velocity moving, even when you feel like another object trying to push down that velocity or whatever, you just do a right turn and then continue your velocity on another side, because you're already a master creator. You're already outside of all the realm of possibilities, right? So I just wanted to introduce this concept. I hope that it helps whoever, is listening. Maybe if there's like an astrologer out there, or maybe there's like a person who's like really confused about like, so what does this mean? Like, if I can't really resonate with what the astrologer is saying, or they don't really seem to be able to guide me or read me or what, maybe you're now writing your own destiny, and it won't be written in the stars. You are the star here on earth, writing your own trajectory. That's what the highest form of free will is. The I am. I am. I am. Okay? Okay, that's it. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And as always, I'm sending you a lot of love and light, and I'll see you the next time, okay?